Alright, so I just wanted to come back and do another video. As you could tell, it's dark outside, but like I have makeup on because I have to do a business presentation, obviously not wearing this. And so I was like, you know what, like let me just go ahead and film. If you haven't noticed, your girl like cut her hair, like cut her hair, dyed her hair. It's a whole new change, like after 30, like I'm like 30 in a month, like almost, but it's been a whole new change. Like it's definitely been a vibe being out here in Paris. I wanted to come and just do a video, hopefully do like one more before I leave, but because I will be going back to the States for this summer, and I just wanted to talk about like some of my experiences. So it's always 4 areas that I look at in terms of doing like my prayer list. It really stemmed from when I was writing Savage Season, which is my second book, and I focus on my career, my relationships, my finances, and my health. And so with that, I'm just going to compare like those 4 aspects in general from the United States and being in Paris. Hopefully I'm just trying to encourage anybody who's interested in moving to Europe or is just interested in moving abroad in general. Like I always do in my videos, and just to show you guys like what it's like. So in terms of career, we'll start there. So career-wise, I know like in the United States, like it's a lot of like who you know, networking. Like one of the reasons like I talk about in my first one, sorry my voice is a little hoarse, excuse me. My grandmother told me the other day like she thinks I'm sick, and I was like, I'm not sick. It's probably because I was turning up too hard this weekend. But career-wise, like it's a lot of like who you know, like in the US, like you can go and get like your first degree, go get your second degree, and still not get a job. And it's also like just the luck of like how things work out, because even I was in situations where I knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody that got me in the whole room but couldn't get me the job. So like I think it's also timing, because like if I would have stayed in the US and I was working somewhere, I wouldn't have ended up in Paris. Salary wise, you're not going to make what you're making in the United States in Paris. No. So one of my friends actually told me like before I came out here, he was like, you know, like America is the place to make money, but if you want to enjoy life, go to Paris. So with that said, with me going back and forth, like what am I gonna do? Am I gonna stay here, or am I gonna go back to the States? Just like I will not like stay in the United States to struggle, I also will not stay in Paris to struggle. So it will be like the competition of the higher pay. I just ask God to like lead me in where I'm going, but I won't stay here and struggle. Like it's like wild, like the pay difference. One of my friends who's here now, she was literally saying like she has 2 degrees and she started off like making 33K. Really? 33K? Even as a teacher, which is like, you don't get paid like good ever unless you're like years of teaching or in a private school. But at least they start you off at like 50 at the least. Some like 40 like K if you're gonna do like kindergarten or something. But 50K is where I started as a teacher. So to think like I would have to go backwards, making 33K. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Not me, Lord. So we're just gonna see. But I do think like it balances itself out, like depending, like people who I think expats who stay in France and Paris, they don't stay here because of the money. They stay here because of the lifestyle. They stay here, like we talked a lot about peace being here. Like it just gives a nice tranquility away from the violence of the United States. Like it's an enjoyable place to be. The location is everything. Like you can travel a lot around in Europe. It's a center You can have your nice dual passports, having a French passport, going anywhere where you want to go. Your kids could be born here and grow up learning French. And those are all great perks. It's also like a minimalist country where like they appreciate small things. Like they appreciate luxury, don't get me wrong, but they appreciate like small things, like just enjoying life, not so worried about the cars, the big houses, the big spending like that. Like they appreciate a lot of more different things than the United States. But the United States, like salary wise, like it's uncomparable to what France is trying to offer. So I mean, don't get me wrong, like I wouldn't trade my experience for anything, but I did my public service to the kids. Now I'm ready to make that money. So that's that. But yeah, the US also has this trade-off too, because if you're gonna make a whole bunch of money, you're staying in a country that is basically violence every day. If you're staying in Chicago, people die every single day, and you just get like normed to it. So it's definitely trade-offs in that area. So the second thing, so we went to career, let's go to finances. So whoever said Paris is not expensive, they've never lived here. Whoever said Paris is not expensive, don't listen to them. They're lying. Don't listen to them. They're like, oh, it's a way to make it inexpensive. No, it's not. You're either gonna be living in a shoebox and you're not gonna go nowhere. The food, like I would say, if like I went grocery shopping today, I probably spend like 35 to 40 euros on groceries, which is like $50 to like $55, something like that. Y'all could math check me on that, on how the currency is. But it's cheap, but it's not cheap, because you think it's in your mind, you think it's cheap because it's euros. It's less than $1. So I buy like a big thing of Evian water. I buy like 2 of them like every 3 days, like when I run out, because I do drink them kind of quick. And they show like 69 cents in euros. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, that's so cheap. It's still like $2 in dollars. So it's literally almost the same, if not expensive, because rent is going to be expensive. Like otherwise you're going to live in a closet. My rent now is 960 euros, like minus electricity. And I will say that things such as electricity is cheap. Electricity is like 50 euros. Phone bills are cheap. It's like 20 euros. So it's a lot of other things that come with it that make things cheap. But if you want to live in like a one bed, if you're not the type of person that's like minimalistic like me, like I live in Paris, but I live like on the ends of Paris. I live in the 20th arrondissement. So it takes me about like 40 minutes on the metro to get into the inner city, which is where my school is. And like I live out here because I needed like space. I needed open space. And I don't even have a 1 bedroom. I have a studio. So whatever, like in dollars, like my rent normally comes out to like $1,300 like once a month. And that's with rent and utilities, which I only pay electricity. So it's coming out to like $1,300. Even me and my friend, we tried to go look apartment hunting. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that we were going apartment hunting. Bruh, they were charging $2,300 a month in euros. Then you had to pay the agency fee, which is $900 in euros. Then you had to pay, this is all up front, the security deposit, which is first month rent in euros. After he was done, I was like, okay, well, nice meeting you, because this is not my blessing right here. It's not my blessing. It's not mine. It's not mine. It's somebody else's, and that's okay, because I could possibly live here, but I wouldn't be able to do nothing else. Not as a student, not even as on salary, like, because you think about the French salary, that's why I'm like, they gotta have hiked these prices up, because they know foreigners are coming over here and they don't want to live nowhere small, so they gonna pay for what they want, which make your money, boo, but you can't get it from over here. So we got career, finances, health, because I'm gonna save dating for last. So health-wise, I just want to talk about like the health care. I didn't want to talk about anything, like I'm pretty much fine at this point, but I have been to the doctor here. When I say America is a scam, ooh. I went to the doctor. You know how much it cost me? It cost me 25 euros, boo. And then you know what happened? I sent it to my insurance, and then they reimbursed me. So you know how much I paid? I paid $0, boo. Like, in the States, like, what? Like, even, like, I have the health insurance now for when I go. Like, I already bought health insurance for when I go back to the States over the summer, because my mother was on me, like, you gonna need it. Like, this ain't Paris. Girl, even, like, as Americans, we're like, no, I ain't going to the emergency room. That's $500 in an ambulance. Like, that's you gotta spend a night? Oh, no. Girl. I remember I tried to go to the lab by myself. I tried to choose my own. It's one up the street from my house. And he was trying to ask me for insurance card, which is like the French Social Security. And I was telling him, like, I don't have that. And I couldn't understand, like, why he kept asking me, because my school said I didn't need it. So I kept, like, I was so confused. And the language barrier, girl, he told me to leave. I wanted to... I was so sad that day. That was like a really depressing day. Like, he really asked me to leave, but even now, like, I still kind of have like a little anxiety, because I know, like, those are the moments when you like need your French skills, or at least like have your information already translated. So the last thing I'm going to end on is dating, and I'm probably going to do another segment on this where I like bring in some of my friends and see their experiences, because dating in France, everybody's like, oh my gosh, the city of love. Girl, I thought it was the city of love too. No. No. I miss America. Because I decided I was going to be friendly, like meet like guys or whatever on like a dating website. You know, like, which in the States, like, I'm not really feeling too much of a dating website either. But where a guy that I was talking to, he was Haitian. And he was like, this is very on brand from what I've been hearing. He was like, I was like, oh, what are you eating for dinner or whatever? And he was like, oh, like, I'm eating Haitian food. I was like, oh, that sounds good. He was like, what's your apartment address? Like, I'm gonna just send some food to you. And I'm thinking like, okay, cool, you know. And then I was like, but this isn't like an invitation for you to come over, like, eat with me. And he was like, but I want to eat dinner with you. Mind you, I haven't even met him yet. It's not even that I was talking to him, like, and it was somebody I was dating. And then I was like, yeah, come over, bring some food, whatever. Like, we could just kick it, Netflix show, whatever. I haven't even met this man, so you're a stranger. And I was like, so you would tell your friend who just met a stranger that she could have a stranger come over her house because he want to eat dinner? You're not even a good friend. Like, what? So he was like, oh, like, I didn't mean to make you upset, da, da, da. And I was like, I'm just really confused, like, why you keep trying to, like, you were just, like, really pressing, like, trying to come to my house. Like, I was like, are you trying to have sex or something? And he was like, yeah. Oh, my bad, I'm sorry. I swear to God, y'all. These are, like, this is a similar story to what my friends are experiencing. And I was just like, boo, like, I miss American manipulating you, trying to manipulate you. Like, I wasn't ready for that answer. Like, so, no, it's not the city of love. I do not want to know any other information, any questions about dating, career, finances, or health out here. Just let me know. Just to, like, keep you guys interested. Like, it really touched me. Like, I posted a picture on Instagram, and it was of me at Point de Arts. My friend said when I do my French accent, it sucks, whatever. But it's at the Lovelock Bridge, and somebody was like, oh yeah, I heard they took away the locks, but I didn't know, like, what it looked like. And so she was like, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much for sharing this. So I am going to try to be more consistent. Like, I'm going to try, but we'll see. But other than that, like, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'm going to stay cute. I look like I'm in a 90s movie or whatever. Whatever. Period. And that's why Mary had a little lamb. It's a wrap.